All Top 10 Proudly Presents. Top 10 Fascinating Facts about Queen Elizabeth II are likely things you didn't know. Her late Royal Highness lived a pampered existence. Even before she succeeded her father, King George VI, to the throne in 1952 and became Britain's longest reigning monarch, Queen Elizabeth II's life was full of royal adventure and excitement. From her first meeting with Prince Philip, her true love, at age 8, to learning to drive at 18 while serving in World War II and becoming the only British citizen legally permitted to operate a vehicle without a driver's license, the majestic nonagenarian enjoyed a drink, or two, while living the high life. In April 2021, Prince Philip passed away at the age of 99. The following is a list of the top 10 amazing, little-known facts about the beloved late Queen, who passed away at the age of 96. Number 10. She went to school at home. Her Eminence was knowledgeable about the law, the history of the Constitution, religion, and international relations, but she never attended school and did not hold a college degree. Some of Britain's best teachers, including Henry Martyn, who subsequently became the provost at Eton College, educated the Queen, then known as Princess Elizabeth, and her younger sister Princess Margaret, who died in 2002 at the age of 71. The emerging Queen's religious instruction was overseen by the Archbishop of Canterbury, and she learned excellent French through her several governesses. Number 9. She was not a licensed driver. Even though the royal chauffeur was constantly at her beck and call, the Queen fancied donning a smart pair of sunglasses and a silk Hermes headscarf and enjoying a joyride in her favorite Jaguar or Range Rover. However, she never had a driver's license. When she was 18 years old, Princess Elizabeth insisted on enlisting in the army. During World War II, she worked as a mechanic for the Women's Auxiliary Territorial Service, where she also learned to drive. Her Highness didn't need to have a passport to travel abroad, a license, or a license plate on her cars. In regards to passports particularly, the royal family's official website stated, "As a British passport is issued in the name of Her Majesty, it is unnecessary for the Queen to own one." In reality, every other member of the Queen's family, including her son Prince Charles, possesses a passport. Number 8. She used rationing coupons to buy her wedding dress. At her Westminster Abbey wedding to Prince Philip on November 20, 1947, the future Queen of England wore a magnificent fit and flare dress by Norman Hartnell that she had purchased with post-World War II rationing coupons. The British government implemented rationing coupons in the years after the war to guarantee that everyone had access to fair shares of food, products, and materials, including the silks, tulle, and chiffon needed to produce Her Majesty's big day finery. Women from all across the UK allegedly donated the future Queen their clothing coupons in the hopes that she would use them to purchase her ideal gown, but as it was illegal to share the coupons at the time, they were all returned. The future Queen enhanced her attractiveness by donning her grandmother Queen Mary's diamond tiara on her wedding day. But barely 2 hours before the wedding, when Queen Elizabeth's hairdresser tried to affix the brittle crown to her 13-foot veil, it broke. Thankfully, the tiara was transported under police protection to the Royal Jewellery Workshop where it was fixed in time for the wedding vows. Number 7. Cabbage was her pet name. Elizabeth was reportedly referred to as Cabbage inside her sumptuous home during her 74-year marriage to Prince Philip, even though people dared not call her anything other than her royal titles outside of Buckingham Palace. Robert Lacey, a British biographer and historical consultant for Netflix's The Crown, confirmed in 2006 that the prince frequently made affectionate allusions to his wife by using the name of the green, leafy vegetable. The reason Prince Philip, Her Majesty's third cousin from Corfu, Greece, who she first met at a royal family wedding in 1934, chose the sweet-sounding moniker is unknown, but some have theorized that it originated from the French expression mon petit chou, which roughly translates to my little sweetie or my little cabbage. But it was proof of their deep affection. Number 6. She had ironed cash. A familiar black leather Launer handbag was a staple of Queen Elizabeth's public appearances. She was also rumored to always carry a banknote that had been folded and ironed for the offerings during church services, despite the fact that it was claimed she never carried cash in her purses. The Queen, who served as the head of the royal family and was supposedly valued at over $50 billion, or $10 billion more than Coca-Cola, never had a problem with money. At least 33 different countries include her image on currency. Even more astoundingly, she reportedly paid $8 million in 2015 on a large 3-bedroom condo in Midtown Manhattan. She was thought to live in a 43-story, guarded tower with views of the United Nations complex that was built by renowned British architect and interior designer Norman Foster. Number 5. When she woke up in the morning, bagpipes were playing. Every morning at 9 in the morning, the royal bagpiper would play for 15 minutes outside the monarch's window to announce the start of the day. The Queen reportedly practiced the tradition at her homes in Balmoral, Scotland, as well as Buckingham Palace, Windsor, and Holyrood House. Elizabeth's great-great-grandmother, Queen Victoria, is said to have started it in the middle of the 1800s. Why do you need an alarm clock when you have talented musicians working for you? Number 4. Even in the morning, she savored champagne and other beverages. Drinks were enjoyed by the Queen day or night. In addition, the King would sip a silky gin and Dubonnet cocktail with lemon and ice every morning as a tribute to the sun, according to former royal cook Darren McGrady. It's likely that a drink did the trick after being jolted awake by the deafening clamor of the bagpipes. As the day progressed, Her Royal Highness had a bottle of wine or champagne with her lean protein meal, which included grilled fish, chicken, or dove as the main entree. After a long day of reigning and governing, Queen Elizabeth would end her evenings with a dry martini and one last sparkling splash of champagne. Her Majesty was known to regularly indulge in alcoholic drinks, but she was also believed to occasionally enjoy Bacardi rum, Gordon's gin, Bulmer's cider, and Pim's liqueur. Number 3. She wished she could talk to Bond. The silver-haired king co-starred with Daniel Craig, who plays James Bond, in the opening sequences of the 2012 London Olympics. When the director of the 007 themed skit asked the Queen for permission to use her likeness, Her Majesty replied with an offer to not only appear in the clip but to also take on a speaking role, according to royal dresser Angela Kelly, who wrote about the experience in her 2019 memoir, The Other Side of the Coin, The Queen, the Dresser, and the Wardrobe. The Queen delivered her line, "Good evening, Mr. Bond," with finesse as she and the dashing spy climbed onto a helicopter. In the short film, a handful of Elizabeth's cherished corgi puppies also made an appearance. Number 2. She ruled over whales, mute swans, and dolphins. The animal-loving Queen Elizabeth owned well over 30 corgis and even bred a few of them. When her father, King George VI, acquired the first corgi, Dookie, for the royal household in 1933, she first discovered her love for the charming four-legged animals. Later, when Princess Margaret's dachshund Pipkin mated with one of the Queen's corgis, the Queen was credited with helping to create the Dorgy hybrid. In addition to her affection for pups, which earned her the title of patron of the UK Dogs Trust, Queen Elizabeth also kept every type of mute swan, whale, and dolphin that could be discovered there. Since the 12th century, the monarch has claimed ownership of all mute swans in the country because they were highly prized as a delicacy at banquets and feasts, according to Reader's Digest. The Queen of England may also have whales and sturgeons arrested in the sea or wherever within the realm, according to a current legal code dated 1324. According to this law, whales and dolphins are revered as fishes royal. Number 1. She tricked people with her hats. Fashion-forward Queen Elizabeth was known for adorning her garishly colored attire with an equally eye-catching hat. The St. James's, London-based royal milliner Rachel Trevor Morgan created each headpiece. Elizabeth loved brightly colored, extravagant caps, but she wasn't only drawn to them because she loved haute couture. The hats were made for the entire people. According to Sophie, Countess of Wessex, the monarch's daughter-in-law, she wants to stand out for people to say. They spotted a little of the Queen's hat as she passed by in the documentary The Queen at 90. However, Elizabeth reportedly planted a variety of decoy hats throughout her estate in order to keep key information about her upcoming looks a secret because she didn't want chatty Cathys in and around Buckingham Palace to know what color outfit or accessories she planned to wear to a significant event.